This is day 1574 of the Arukh HaShulchan. We're talking about the Rambam, who says that the ownership of a non-Jew has to be about an aver, which will make the animal a balmum if it would be cut off. How difficult the words of Shas, and this is the source for his unique shita, which argues all the other Rishonim. The Rav Huna says, "Afilu Ozno, even his ear." Even his ear. Masha calls and Shalo sounds like the entire ear belongs to the non-Jew. Then it says need kol b'char and kol miknecha. In other words, that Masha afilu chelik bazno, even if the guy owns a part of the ear, it's not the totality is not the b'char of the soil. It's still part from b'chara. Even a light mum. If he's a move according to this, it's clear that if it has a portion in the totality of the animal, being 1 of 1,000th, potent exempts if it's a fractional ownership, it doesn't matter whether it causes move or not. Came looking about kos, it's not called kosher because it has 1,000th of the life force of the animal. But if he has a specific limb, not a fractional ownership of a specific limb, then totally movement has to do with the mum. It's a brilliant Arukh HaShulchan. According to the Sabbath, who said, "Afilu ozno zek sheishlo chelik ba'ozen minaschus u'malo davar totally minamum." According to this, Rav Huna says, even his ear, it's about a part of the ear from the what's it's called again, the cartilage. And above, which where the mum concept is relevant, and but below the cartilage, the Karina Bakol, there has to do with fractional ownership. Because there, even if something's missing, it's not changed in any manner. There's no mum below the cartilage. So to the foreleg and the hind leg. If he has the flesh of the foreleg or the hind leg, I feel that's about even the bone itself. Patura, the animal's exempt. The etzem totally amum, because it's either fractional ownership or something which causes aver, which causes a mum, which is the bone, which goes to specific exam me piras mikta sheyesh l'chel rakbos fraction, however, only in the flesh. I feel called botzer sheyad or regel, even if it's the entire. Well, I shouldn't say fraction. If he has a portion only in the meat, not a fractional ownership of the totality of the animal, only ownership of the meat of the foreleg or hind leg. Botzer sheyad or regel chayav is the botzer and it's mum. There's no mum which has to do with the flesh. In bracket it says, "Can you daiti by drisha v'shach utaz." Zayin v'nei represent by test poskim. The by test like all the other poskim which we've quoted. Ava perka so as a po kasu zaysham, but in a zora that ein alf there was follows. With choros plige amaray choros amaray argument so shikna hakum and aben. What is the non-Jew have to acquire from the animal? Ikam adam is a opinion close it so she the davar says the treifus got acquires which makes the treifa. Pikam no feel doesn't those say even his ear. But near lachmir, it seems which we mach lachnos davar to bestow ownership on the non-Jew of davar so the treifa which makes the treifa. It's not that the non-Jew pays the pruta. Even though the part of the animal is worth war, we're not concerned that there's a no here and therefore the sale is null and void. It's clear to us that the Jew is completely acquiescent in the sale price and the transaction, or to get exempt from chayram. I got to show it would be worth for the Jew to pay for the non-Jew for this. It's not clear why the macher the shas does not differentiate. And the machlokas, whatever it was, I guess he means. But after that, even though they're not says Rabbi Yochanan also argues Rabbi Yochanan, comes really la machlo la locha. Nevertheless, evidently Tosfos holds that it was not resolved la locha. The kind of checking trades 2 against 2. Because much you macher like the Tosfos. The bracket says here that's a shach, much goes to shach gam goes morche, but must keep kain and sham lo me my within the cloud for duk. Okay, shach's reference according to Arukh HaShulchan is not a reference. Ches the field therefore makabel bein menachem therefore somebody requires an animal from a non-Julius metapa boy to raise it. They're going to distribute the offspring among them. Or akum makabel misokas or vice versa. A non-Jew receives an animal to raise him. A Jew, array elu between b'chor, the example b'chor. Shem says peterechem b'nei Yisrael. Peterechem from the Jews, Asher Kom Yisrael, until all it belongs to the Jew. Ben Yochel is like Akamos. It makes a difference if he could remove the non-Jew from the deal by paying off. So the totality of the animal belongs to him. Or low or not. Even though he can remove him, now they are partners. So to an animal for tax purposes. The local official takes a tithe from the animals. So the entire herd is going to be Yad and Nachri Ba'emsa. And put her in the exam b'chor. So if the Jew has no permission to sell any animal from the herd, before the official takes his portion. And most of because if it's made in a manner the scribe of the official writes all the animals that are born. Up to 10 animals, the Jew does have permission to sell them. Only when the 10th one is born, then the official takes that 10th one. The 9 prior ones are not considered to have the hand of a non-Jew in the middle, and they're liable to Bechira. That's basically true in the name of the Ras Ziskind. Test Ramah writes in this as follows: even he can remove the official by paying him off. That's considered his hand is in the middle, but it's not exempt. It's because the primary lien of the officials on the animals. Initially, they stipulated he would give money for the newly born offspring. Mashi's bar. This is not comparable to that which we've explained. Besides where a Jew accepts sheep to raise from a non-Jew. Even there, even if the initial stipulation was in money, nevertheless the animal was exempt. Because the non-Jew, if he doesn't find money, will take the animal. As far as the Gemara itself, the animals are primarily those of the non-Jew. As opposed to the tax animals, the primarily animals are that belong to the Jews. As far as Ukas Shuma said that, so that's right, it's logical. If in the private halacha, for the Meduba Alamos Betura, even if the discussion was on money initially, some of the agreement was saying money, not in animals. Still, the animal's potter came. She saw keep bemto because he actually took possession of the animal, as opposed to the arnono, which has some sort of a floating lien. The bracket says, the Ramah did not write this halacha, and a person receives an animal from a non-Jew to raise him. Shita shall have it. It's obviously the other way around. Where non-Jew accepts animals raised from a Jew, this din is not relevant. The monetary stipulation is not relevant. Doesn't change the halacha. Because you have an intrinsic, the non-Jew has an intrinsic right to your animal in that case, that he's getting the offspring, not the money. It was only accepted really on the basis of monetary payment. Is really only just a hired hand. The Loshak was not considered to be a partnership for Duke. Yud V'da, you should know that even if you can move him with money, it is still exempt in the case of the tax. That's the opinion of Rashi. And that's the Rivsak Avoloshitas Taisus Sham, the Garsib Gemara, that it's only if you can't remove him with money. V'chein with tosefta in such a case also tosefta b'chayr is perik based choros behemoth and chayeves b'chayr that the animal of tax animal is chayim b'chayr and sham. Ma'ir matzelik like b'zuzah. So about a case where you can remove with money. But Torah mistam loss. The Torah does not elaborate. V'ram loska clouding behemoth anona. Ram doesn't mention tax animal at all. V'lam neshis could break that perhaps because you mentioned in the fourth parak dina makabel behemoth akum the halacha of somebody who receives an animal from a non-Jew. Lo so lasker says you didn't have to mention tax animal. V'avgav lo dami even though it's not comparable. Doesn't ikar behemoth shalo. There, the animal primarily belongs to the non-Jew. Mashem Cain Baranona, as opposed to the tax animal, like we saw previous if. No, the chiluk is not mechalik. There's no distinction. Therefore, we know that his opinion is like the Rashi Rif. He would have had to write the halacha Baranona being distinct from the halacha mekabel. One of the great Achronim, the Gro evidently, was very concerned that she did Tosfos the Frachat Tosefta Messiah lays it. It says Tosefta seems to does support the Tosfos and says that we're even Matzah Mezuzah that if Matzah is slightly Mezuzah, sorry, he can. It is Chayim Chora. Yeah, if it's Kimukara, but say, oh, Rabbi Zagid was not a mitzvah starting with Kuti. Nowadays, it's a mitzvah to go into partnership with non-Jew in the animal. Comes to the Bechor before the Bechor is born. They put them in the Bechor in order to examine the Bechor. In other words, you go into partnership with the mother. Even though you are eradicating its holiness, is better in order not to come to a stumbling block. Let us man to benefit from it because of avodah by shearing and working it. It's possible to put a movement to the bechor before it's born. We're not going to, then it will not be depriving the coin of the bechor. It's better to sell part of the mother to the non-Jew. Well, actually, no. It's true. It would be better to put the mum into the animal. Sorry, but we're not conversant in how to do this. It's essential to sell to a non-Jew, or to enter a partnership with him. The partnership works both in the animal and in the fetus. But to sell a fetus. It's not effective. You can't sell a fetus, so it doesn't exist. Which causes Chashmishra to the Siman Reish Test. Doesn't work on the aim unless you bestow ownership in the mother. Goes to Uber in with the right to the offspring. You can't sell the fruit of a tree, which is not yet doesn't yet exist, but you sell the rights in the tree to its fruit. Everybody is conversing with such a form of sale. Somebody else sees you doing this, he's going to think it works to be makna lubar itself. Therefore, it's best to sell a portion in the mother, or the totality of the mother. That's the custom. Bracket says here, Rashasi Ramash because Asos Kain Laknosa Aim Ubar Ain Sham. He's astonished that Ramah said that you could do this to bestow ownership on the mother for to the extent of its offspring. Nearly directly talking delivery mechaber, he only comes to fix the words mechaber. Because the Uber Lo says that there's no such thing as still ownership of the Uber. That's the delivery says, well, there is a way to do it, but he's not necessarily recommending it. How do you make this transaction? They wrote, it was the Rabbi Zelshon about Kini Yabashir Kabel, Pruta Meakuti, the Kini is you can accept a coin from the Kuti Biakal Mokam Bebeim, Shabaim Omenasham. And you're marking it to him, the place of the animal standing. And the place is makna chelak in the mother. So it's a kinyan, it's like kinyan chotzer. Or the non-Jew he should get the money from the non-Jew. But Yem Shoah Kuti, and the king can do Kini Mashicha by drawing the animal into his own jurisdiction, or be simta, or into an alley. Does Mashicha Kohen Lamos? Then Mashicha together with the money is an acquisition. That comes from. Biyad Varim. It means to say Arukh HaShulchan sin Kutzagdal Sif Yudah Knias Kuti B'Taflin, that acquisition of a non-Jew by movable objects. That's Rashi Dafka B'Kesef. According to Rashi, specifically by monetary purchase, that's Ram Sifal Mizchia. According to Rambam, the Kohen Ben Mekes and Mashiach can acquire both by money or by pulling. That's the Beitam Rak Mashiach, according to Beitam, only by pulling Levada, but Lo Mekes. So we're across the board here, right? By Rashi, it's only money. Rambam, it's Kesef or Mashiach. According to Beitam, it's only Mashiach. That's the Beitam Skid Rob is saying most of the rabbis agree with Rabbeinu Tam. It's only Mashiach. Because Hamnu Shama Shama, there's Chen Ikar Ladira. We wrote there that that's the primary halacha. But in terms of Bechor, they're machmir. In this simon, let's say they call theirs to fulfill all the opinions. So it's Kesem Mashiach. Kesem Mashiach. Also, I think Chotzer here, right? But so Chumra Ba'amam Ne Chomer Kachim Chutz is so severity on account that we're dealing with Kachim outside the base of Mikdash in the case of Bechor. So the Gemara here in the Choshen Mishpat. You can Rabbeinu say about Shulchan about some level sim kuflan base. See basically nine nesach. The Shulchan in terms of nine nesach who sim kuflan ba paskim shicha kohen they call hold that shicha is kohen by a non-Jew. And Beta Base says about some level sim kuflan base shamat tiktiv Raman gam most kohen. The base says holds that also money works. Which goes down to Sham Sibi Gimel. To mess with the low cost of Cain Sham. Because of Shochan Turndi does not write that way there. Rak Mashicha, only pulling. Kankamaturach Mishit, so the taste come down, Rashi is macher to use money also in order to be used in Rashi's opinion. Shich lo money, which is Ram in any way does not work, which is arriving. El Shus the has to be either into the jurisdiction of the buyer, or Lish's name, or to the jurisdiction of both of them, or Simter an alley. This is a place on the side, operations Ram even in a public domain, Shane Ram where the masses don't walk. If the demon is bar b'shachashmisha simukuf sayches. There's clarification. Shachashmisha sham these bar. There comes clear the gambag ba mahani can lift up the animal. Small enough. I'm a sirlo mahani, but giving over is not affected by Sham. So Kasatur Shulchan defined Elo Makam Mashicha Ruya Pidin. The Shulchan wrote therefore right that sometimes you don't have a place to do proper Mashicha. Therefore, it's best to bestow ownership on the place the animal is standing. And the animal acquired on account of Kinyan Chatzer. When there's a place to do Mashiach, such as the bar lives right you buy. There's an alley, they should do Mashiach as well.